Hi everybody, it's this Carl Gunner Grover 14 here, and in today's episode things are going to get really interesting. As requested by a lot of people, I've been asked to up the level because in previous episodes it looked too easy and a bit unrealistic, and to be honest the challenge wasn't as great as I thought it would be on the hard level. So we've upped the level to expert, and yeah, things are going to get a lot tougher and I'm going to have to try a lot harder. So we're going to get into qualifying. I'm not sure where I'm going to end up on this level, but we're going to give it our best shot and just see how it works out. Hopefully the races are going to be a lot more challenging and a lot more exciting to watch, because I want you lot to enjoy it as well. So here we go.
It's 2 o'clock in the afternoon here in Catalonia for today's qualifying session for the Spanish Grand Prix. Spain is one of those tracks that can create unexpected results, so it's very difficult to know who might be strong here in today's qualifying.
If you can put together an efficient package with a good compromise between downforce and straight line speed, you can catch the other teams out here, just like Pastor Maldonado did back in 2012. Ferrari have a good track record at this circuit, but my money is on Mercedes to have a strong qualifying session here today.
Right, here we go with our qualifying lap. In practice, I only managed to get about 7th or 8th fastest. Wasn't the greatest of practices, but I'm quite happy with the setup. So we're going to push this lap here and try and get the best position we can. Here we go. Considering we've upped the level, I think I'm really happy with that qualifying lap. Third is not a bad position to start off in this next race. I'm really happy with that. Right, let's get into this race and see what happens.
Welcome to the Circuit de Barcelona Catalunya here in Spain for what is expected to be a very closely contested race. We knew this was a track that suited the Mercedes well, but no one would have expected that Lewis Hamilton would have created such a gap to his rivals in qualifying. If he stays out of trouble and the car continues to perform, well, victory should surely be a formality.
There are a lot of variables that can cause a driver to be happy with the car one day to struggling with it the next. Track temperature, excessive tyre wear, or a change of fuel load can all affect the feel of a car. He'll definitely be hoping that when the race gets underway, he's got the same balance as he enjoyed in qualifying.
The last race saw the best performance of the season for Kimi Räikkönen. The Finn will be hoping that he can find a similar performance today.
Kimi hasn't looked as comfortable in his second stint with Ferrari as he did in the first, but the last Grand Prix was a bit more like the Kimi of old. He needs to find that level of performance week in, week out though, if Ferrari are to compete for the top positions in the Constructors' Championship.
Right, really looking forward to this race in Spain today. This is a really nice circuit. We're going to give it our best shot. We know this is going to be tougher on this level, but we're going to try and stick with Hamilton and Rosberg as long as we can and try and hold P3 if it's possible. We've got a reasonable good start. But I think Raikkonen's coming up. Raikkonen's coming on the inside. Oh, we weren't expecting that. He got a brilliant start. Can we get back at him at this corner? Can we just nip right in front of him? I think we just clipped wheels, but I managed to hold P3. Oh, that was an awesome overtake there. Can we stick with Rosberg as long as we can and try and stop Raikkonen from overtaking us again? Oh, that was an absolute surprise. I wasn't expecting that. But now we really know that we're going to have to defend as much as we can, because Raikkonen's really on my tail already at the start of this race. He sees an opportunity to pass, and I think he's going to push us all the way. Right, you can already see Rosberg and Hamilton are pulling away slightly. They definitely had quite a lot more speed in qualifying than I had, and I was only just fast enough for third. But we want to hold that position if we can, because it's a podium position, and that would be a decent enough result. Right, coming into the end of this, halfway through the first lap, not doing too bad. See if we can finish the lap a little bit quicker and try and hold on to this P3 if we can, and try and gain on Rosberg if possible. I'm just not sure whether we carry enough speed. Right, coming into last chicane at the end of the first lap. So far so good, sitting in P3. No, that's not a bad first lap. We've managed to develop a little bit of a gap at the end of this lap. That's hopefully we can get another good time in lap 2 and make that gap a little bit bigger. We managed to stay with Rosberg and Hamilton a little bit. I think there's only just over a second gap. If we can hold that gap, that's going to help us finish in this position at the end of the race. I don't think we got enough to beat them, but we're going to give it our best shot. You never know, they might make a mistake, or, you know, might blow a tyre. Anything's possible in motor racing. So we're going to just have to be there for any opportunity given to us, and hopefully not make any mistakes ourselves. Right, so I don't know what the gap is between me and Raikkonen. Check next time. It lets us know the gap. Right, coming to the end of the second lap. Right, I think it's just over half a second. So there's not a lot in it. Still very, very close at these early stages of the race. This is a much longer race than normally. It's 17 laps. So this means that tyre wear, it could be a real factor, and getting the pit in right is a must. Whoops, I mucked up that chicane a bit there. Looks like that might cost us a bit of time. Right, comes to the end of the second lap.
Race officials have enabled.
Right, we're joining it again in on the 5th lap, and we're still trying to hold off 4th place, but now it's Vettel behind us. Vettel has overtaken Raikkonen, and he is hot on our tail, and he really, really wants to get past. He's probing me at every single corner. I think there's about 5 cars behind me. So if I make one mistake, it may not just be one passing, it could be 5 cars. So we're going to have to be really careful we don't make any mistakes on this lap. But our tyres are starting to wear. I can feel them. They're really chewed up. I'm overrunning the corners, and I don't seem to have much grip, and I think I'm losing about half a second a lap. So we're going to have to be really careful to try and conserve those tyres, because I think we're still a couple of laps away from pitting in. And yeah, we're going to try and hold that Vettel as long as possible. Hopefully long enough to go into pitting in P3 if we can. But he is really, really putting in some fast laps. That Ferrari's got some awesome pace around the corners. Right, let's get through this section. I can really feel those tyres. They're really absolutely torn to bits. So run that wide a bit, trying to find the grip. Just trying to defend every single corner. I don't think Vettel minds where he's going to pass. As soon as I make a mistake, he's there. Alright, coming up to this really sharp corner. Try not to make mistakes, trying to get a good corner here if we can. That's not too bad. Not as quick as I would like, but still blocking off Vettel from trying to pass me. Oh God, see, it's got no grip. Mucked up that corner there. Really struggling. I think the pressure's getting to me now. I think we've still got another lap or so until we pit. So these tyres are going to just have to last. Right, so I'm definitely not going to go an extra lap. I'm going to have to pit in as soon as the pits are open. We can't risk it. These tyres are really not going to last. And Vettel's really catching me. I think he's going to take me on this corner. He's taking me. Can I get back at him this corner? Oh, this is going to be so close with touch wheels. But I just managed to defend it. Oh, that was so close. He had so much more speed going into that corner there. But I managed just to get in front of him and hold that position. Right, we catch it on lap 7, coming towards the end of lap 7. And we've managed to hold P3 for a little bit longer but we've got Raikkonen. He's overtaken Vettel. And now we're coming into pits because the tyres are absolutely shot to pieces and we can't afford to go another lap. So we're not sure what this is going to mean to the position we come out of, but there's quite a few pitting in at the same time. So we come in P3. I'm not sure what position we're going to come out when we get the new tyres, but we're going to get another set of tyres on. And hopefully this should help us get a little bit more traction and put some better laps in. Well, that was a bit of a slow pit in, so we've lost a bit of time, and I think we're going to come out. It says P9, so we're coming out of the pits in P9. So we've got a few cars in front of us now. I'm not sure, but there's a few out here that still haven't pit. So let's try and take advantage of that. We're going to have a little bit more grip. So let's take. Right, we're going to take 2. There's Raikkonen. I thought Raikkonen came into the pits. I'm not sure. But he seems a lot slower. But can we take him in the inside? Yes, we managed to take him in the inside. We're behind Ricciardo now. We've got up to P8. That's not a bad position. I don't think every car's pitted either. If we can take a few cars here, hopefully it can put us in a great position. Yes, we've got a lot more speed than Ricciardo. Easy pass. Right, we've got NASA up in front of us. So we're on lap 8 and we're in P7. And we've got NASA up in P6. Can we catch him? If we can catch him, get into P6, that would be an awesome position. I mean, we came out of the pits in 9th. We've managed to get a couple of overtakes. Can we get another one here? I'm sure that we've got enough speed to carry. With these new tyres on, we should be able to put it in some cracking laps and hopefully start moving up the field if we can. Right, let's line him up. We might have to wait until we get to the straight and use DRS. Oh God, run it a bit wide there. Don't need to do that. These tyres got plenty of grip. Right, let's get through the chicane. Line him up on the straight and hopefully we should overtake him. DRS on. Look at that. See you later, NASA. Right, who's next? Grosjean. Right. Let's line him up and get him. Right. Let's chase him down. Let's try and put some good times in now. These tyres have worn in and we've got used to them. Right, we pick it up in the end of lap 9 and we've caught Grosjean up. We're still not close enough to make a pass on him, but we're definitely catching him. We're going to put him up under so much pressure. Hopefully he'll make a mistake as well. Right, coming up to this final few sections of lap 9. Really enjoying the race now. I mean, it wasn't the best pit in. We came out in 9th. But we've managed to gain a few places and we've got the bit between our teeth and we want to get into a podium position if we can. We're sitting in P6, it's still only lap 9, there's still 8 laps to go, anything's possible. Right, taking that a bit on the gravel a bit. Right, definitely got more speed, I don't need to overdo it. Right, are we going to be able to take Grosjean on the straight as well? Use a bit of DRS again. That seems to work. Right, here we go again. See you later, Grosjean. Who's next? Can we get him just before the end of the... Oh, bloody, that's going to be tight. Poof. Right, now we're up to P5. Awesome. And who have we got in front of us? Massa. Now he's going to be a difficult pass. And I think he's at least a second or so in front of us, so we're going to have to really put our foot down and try and catch him if we can. We're definitely absolutely flying at the moment, really enjoying the race. Oh God, don't want to be doing that. Try and keep it on the road, Cole. Trying to really push it. I've got plenty of time, so there's no need to go overboard and make any mistakes myself. I'm sure we got enough time to catch Massa up if we can. Let's just put in some good laps. Oh God, and again, they're onto the gravel. God, that was a bit of a nightmare. Don't want to be doing that. Right, calm down. Getting a bit overexcited. Right. I think Rosberg's just taking over Hamilton. So the two Mercedes are having a right battle up the front, but they're so far ahead. We're definitely not going to catch them. But third place is my target if I can really put in some good times. But we've got to catch Massa first. He's still a little bit of about 1.7 seconds ahead. So that's achievable. But we're going to have to put some good lap times in if we want to achieve it. Right, let's try and put a good lap in. Now we've got him a little bit closer. We know that we're quicker through this section. Right, coming up to this corner. Definitely gaining. Right, we picked this race up on lap 12 and we've managed to close the gap to Massa, and we've also managed to gain a place. There was someone that obviously hadn't pitted yet, so we were in 5th earlier, now we're up to 4th, and now we're in for a podium place if we can take Massa. This is going to be tough, but we're really close to him, and we've still got 5 laps to go, so anything's possible. I don't know what his tyre wear's like, but my tyres seem fine for the moment, so we want to get as close as we can, try and pass him, and then just obviously hold that position, because we know we're not going to catch Hamilton or Rosberg out in the lead. So let's really try and catch him if we can, but we're not managing to close the gap in this lap. I think he's extended it, so this lap I think he's slightly, oh, it's just over a half a second, so we have pulled the gap down. That's awesome. Getting really excited now. If I can get a podium in this race with upping the level in this episode, I'll be really happy. I wasn't expecting to get anywhere near these sort of positions. Right, so we're close enough. Can we use DRS on the straight? Oh God, almost ran it off into the dirt there. Right, a bit of DRS, that's really closing on him. Right, can we get him on this corner? No, not close enough. Let's try and get him up the hill if we can. Oh, so close. Can we nip up the inside? Try and take him on this corner if I can. As soon as he slams those brakes on, I'll go up the inside. Quick up this inside. Oh, what a pass. He went wide and I went straight for it and slightly nicked him. Nothing major. I'm not going to get a warning for it. Now we're in P3. Now this is the position we want to hold, and then we're going to get another podium, and that would be an amazing result. Right, now I'm just going to have to conserve those tyres. We've still got 4 laps to go, and we want them to last as long as they can. I'm not sure how long these tyres last. They're a little bit better than the option tyres, but we've really been ragging them in these last few laps, trying to catch Massa. Rosberg and Hamilton are still having that scrap up front. I'm not sure which one of them are going to win the race. Don't think it really matters in the standings. I think we're slightly ahead of them both. Oh God, muck that up. Don't want to be doing that now. I'm in P3. Right, what's the gap?
It looks like we're down to 40% of our
Yeah, it's not even half a second. Massa's going to go. He's taking me on the straight. I lost some time on the straight. He got to use the DRS. Can we get straight back at him? Oh no. Right, we're back into P4. Massa, can I take him on the outside? Oh God, this is going to be tough. Oh, go to the inside. Oh, what a pass. Again, we fight back. We're not having it. We definitely want P3. You can sod off Massa. You can try your hardest, but I'm not going to give up. Fight to the end. So it looks like it's going to be a real fight between me and Massa to the end of the race. But I think Vettel's caught up with Massa. So hopefully Vettel will keep Massa busy. Right, we jump on to lap 15. We're still holding P3, but we've got Massa and Raikkonen challenging us for that third position. I think Vettel got overtaken and left behind. I don't know whether he had some car trouble or he had to pit. I'm not sure. But now we've got problems. We've got two cars that are running much faster lap times than us. Over the last couple of laps, they've managed to catch. So we're going to have to put it on rich mix and try and put in some really fast laps in these last couple of laps. We don't want to lose it now. Getting into the last couple of laps of the race. And we've fought so hard to keep this position. I don't want to lose it now. But now I am feeling tyre wear. On lap 15, we've got 2.5 laps to go. Can we hold on to this third position? That would be amazing. And I think Rosberg's going to win the race. He's managed to leave Hamilton behind. So it looks like Rosberg's going to get full 25 points in this race again. And he's going to be challenging us in the championship. Right, coming into the end of lap 15. Like I said, feeling that tyre wear. We're trying to put in some good times, but we can't really get the speed. Not getting the grip at all. And I think Massa and Raikkonen are really going to try and take their opportunity if they can. Oh God, almost ran it off there. What's the gap? Right, we're on to lap 16. I'm still managing to hold P3. But Massa's really on my gearbox now. And he's really showing some really good lap times. There's nothing between us. So I'm expecting him to challenge coming into the end of this 16th lap. So it's down to 0.4 of a second. Just one mistake and he's going to be there. Really fighting to the end. Really don't want to lose this position, like I said. But we knew on this level it would be a lot tougher. Oh God. Really struggling to get some grip on these tyres. Almost into the last lap. This is going to be so close. Right, coming into this last tough section. Lap 17 is going to be so difficult. I think if they're going to try and pass, they'll probably leave it to the last lap. Right, last bit of the lap 16. Going into the final lap. Here we go, guys. Can I hold on to third position? Let's try and put in a good lap on this final lap if we can. But we're losing so much time. I cannot believe that Hamilton's lapping 3 seconds quicker than me. That's the difference on this difficulty. Really going to have to up my game in the next few races if we're going to compete with that. But if I can get third position, then that's going to be a good result for me, I think. Finishing in the position I started the race in. Right, not far to go now. I think we've managed to get enough of a gap to hold. There's no silly mistakes. Feeling good about this. Let's not muck this corner up. It's about half a second ahead of him now. Oh God, I was really slow into that corner. And Raikkonen's taking Massa now. So we've got Raikkonen behind us going into the last few sections of the race. But I don't think he's going to have an opportunity to pass. I'm sure I can finish it here. Last bend. There's the checkered flag. Oh, awesome. That's an awesome race. I really, really enjoyed that. Oh, God, that was so tough. But Rosberg wins, Hamilton second, and I get third position. Cannot complain at that. I hope you enjoyed this part, guys.
So a great drive today from Nico Rosberg, and I'm sure the Mercedes garage will be celebrating that win long into the night.
Yes, definitely. It was a brilliant race, and one that you can tell the fans really enjoyed.
That's it for today's Grand Prix, and from Ant and I, it's goodbye, and see you again next time.